And one of the things that's really frustrated me, and this has frustrated me for years, and I've got social media posts that are 4 or 5 years old talking about this, but when did it become the rule in this country that Black people could only protest in a way that was acceptable to everybody else? And so, it frustrates me because Kaepernick and the NFL football players tried to do it peacefully. They tried. And what happened? A significant portion of the country our president called them sons of bitches.
Right.
And a significant portion of the country thought they were unpatriotic thugs and stuff like that. All they're doing literally is taking a knee. And you would have thought by the reaction from some people that they were committing murder. So when did it become the rule that we get to dictate how other people protest? I mean, when all these idiots with these automatic weapons went to the Michigan State Capitol, I didn't see anybody talking about their protest.
Correct.
And that protest is dangerous. I mean, they are putting potential people's lives at risk. They're literally yelling at the cops. They're screaming at the cops. The same people that are complaining about Kaepernick and the NFL players, they're not complaining about those people. And it frustrates the hell out of me. The other thing that frustrates me is it shows a complete and total lack of appreciation for American history. This country was founded on protest. We founded this country on protest. And,
Correct.
I always think back, to me, it's stunning how little history people know. So like back in the 60s, I was talking to my son the other day, and he showed me a picture of the civil rights marchers marching arm in arm. And he goes, "Dad, this is how you should protest. This is the way to do it." And I said, "Son,"
Right.
5 minutes later, they were sicking dogs on those folks and blasting them with water cannons.
Right.
So this is like a thing that just keeps repeating. Back in the 60s, people were
right.
I'm so sick of people talking about Martin Luther King, and 75% of the country didn't like him back then.
Correct. That's the same. I share that sentiment.
I don't know how and the frustrating thing is I don't know how we break out of this broken pattern of thinking, because it truly is a broken pattern of thinking. I mean, we look back at, you remember the Olympians who raised their hands with the black gloves.
1968. Yep.
We look back, most of us look back now at those people, and we look at those people as heroes. We look at, I think, was it Bob Beamon? I forget the name, Rafer Alston maybe, and I think there was a Swiss guy doing it too. But back then, people were talking about them being unpatriotic,
right,
thugs. It's the same exact pattern, and I don't know how we break out of that, Cyril.
Like I said, it's a mindset, and that these are mindsets and ideologies that exist at the top levels of our government, and these are if it's at the top levels and it's not, these type of thought processes are not being denounced at the top levels in our country, then they're just going to remain to be pervasive. Even in this case with Mr. George Floyd, and I think if Mr. Donald Trump just simply came out and said this was awful what these officers did, to put their knee on the back of the neck of that innocent man, and he came out and spoke against that and locked up those murderers, that could change the climate of this country instantly, because it would make all these angry people feel like the people at the top really care.